My wife told me I had no right to parent her son, so I stopped completely. I just finished helping Jasper with his science fair project when Virginia confronted me in our bedroom. You grounded my son without consulting me. You're not his father. You don't get to make those decisions. The school calls you for emergencies, his teachers email you about his grades, and he comes to you for homework help before asking me, his actual mother. I set down Jasper's permission slip very slowly. So what exactly are you asking me to do? I want you to stop acting like his parent. He's my child, not yours. You're just my husband. Stop overstepping and trying to replace his real father. Know your place. I looked at this woman I'd been married to for 3 years, who was genuinely territorial about her 12-year-old son I'd been raising, and I smiled the most understanding smile. You're absolutely right, Virginia. He's your child. The next morning, I woke up and chose violence. When Jasper knocked on our door at 6:30 asking for his usual breakfast, I stayed in bed scrolling through my phone. Virginia groaned and looked at me expectantly. I didn't move. She had to drag herself out of bed to make his eggs and toast while I checked my fantasy football lineup. When Jasper asked why I wasn't driving him to school like I had every single morning for the past 3 years, I explained pleasantly from the bedroom doorway, your mom made it clear that's her job as your actual parent. I'm just her husband. Virginia shot me a murderous look while scrambling to find her keys. Are you seriously doing this right now? Doing what? Respecting your parental authority like you asked? 2 weeks later was the real test. Jasper's basketball championship game arrived, the one I'd been practicing with him for months in our driveway. Virginia had an important client dinner she couldn't reschedule and called me frantically at 4 p.m. You have to take Jasper to his game. I'm stuck downtown. I was already at the gym. That's a parenting responsibility. You were very clear about boundaries, remember? This is different. He's counting on someone being there. Even more reason for his actual parent to figure it out. Wouldn't want to overstep. His science teacher called about the Washington, D.C. trip permission slip next. For 3 years, I'd handled all school paperwork. Now, when his teacher called confused about the missing form and payment, I explained cheerfully, oh, Virginia wants to handle all parenting decisions herself since I'm just her husband, not his father. The silence was deafening. But you've been his emergency contact for 3 years. Not anymore. That would be overstepping. Jasper missed the trip deadline waiting for Virginia to remember the form buried in her work bag. Thursday tutoring became my favorite part. For 3 years, I'd spent 2 hours every Thursday helping Jasper with algebra. Now, when he knocked on my home office door with his textbook, I didn't even look up from my laptop. Sorry, buddy. Your mom says helping with homework is a parenting job. She'll help when she gets home from work. Virginia got home at 9 p.m. to find Jasper in tears over his failed test. You always helped him before, she accused. Before I knew my place. Now I know I'm just your husband. Jasper's grades dropped from B's to D's in 6 weeks. The birthday party situation broke Virginia. I planned a party for him every year, and he was so excited to celebrate his 13th birthday. This year's gonna be epic, right? He'd asked me weeks before, but I couldn't overstep, so I let Virginia handle that. Virginia forgot to send invitations, book the venue, or order the cake. Jasper spent his birthday with just a store-bought cupcake, sitting alone at our kitchen table asking, did everyone forget about me? Wondering why all his friends thought his party was canceled. He didn't even blow out a single candle. Virginia found him sobbing in his room, begging to move in with his dad because nobody here cares about me anymore. She stormed into our bedroom with tears streaming down her face. He wants to live with his father. He says I don't love him and you hate him. Fix this. Fix what? I'm just respecting your boundaries about your son. Please, I need you to be his parent again. But you said I'm not his father. I'm just your husband, remember?